Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your boy, Shy City Trucker, checking back in with y'all, live on location as I always am. This time, let's see where we at. We at a Love's. It's looking real lovely at the Love's, right? I just want to jump on here real quick, and I found out something that I didn't know. So if I know, maybe you knew, or if I know, maybe now you know. Something like that. So before I even jump into that, I actually met a subscriber today. Real cool guy, real positive brother. Works here at Schneider, wants to come on to the IC program. And I think in a couple of months, brother, you said that you were actually going to go ahead and make that transition. So as we talked, and you said you had a low overhead, and that plan that you had mapped out, if you do that, you know, you'll be just fine. The whole thing that he was talking about was lowering his overhead expenses. So lowering your overhead expenses, so when that money comes in, you're able to keep more of it versus, you know, having to divvy it out. But, you know, that's a whole nother topic. But, you know, lower your overhead and those extra costs you have outside the truck, so that way when you get the truck, you're able to keep more money in your pocket. But anyway, what I actually found out, and it's going to happen to everyone who doesn't know about it, who's coming on from a company driver to an IC. Line 5, off-duty driving. As soon as you see it, your eyes gonna light up. Oh man, I can off-duty drive. Oh man, I'm gonna do this. Oh man, I'm gonna do that. Nope. I don't even know why it's on there, because in order to use it, there's certain things you can do and certain things you can't do. Number one, you cannot be dispatched to a load. Number two, you can't even have an empty trailer. Number three, you have to be bobtail. Number four, you cannot be advancing to a load or your next load, meaning you did your 34 or a week vacation at the house, and you're coming out the house or off your 34, going to your next load to go pick up your load, but you don't want to start your clock. You want to start your clock at the shipper, right? Can't do that. That's advancing to your next load. So if you think you're going to come over here, use line 5 and continue to make money while not driving on duty, it's not going to happen. They're going to find out, and they're going to have a nice little talking with you. And depending upon how that talk goes, you may be here still and you may not. But my advice would be, oh, also, I forgot to even mention, you have to have enough hours to use the line 5. So if you done burnt out your whole entire hours for the day, you can't, okay, well, I'm off duty driving. No, it doesn't work that. Like, you still have to have available hours to drive in order to use line 5. No one told me that. So, you know, I'm still making, you know, little mistakes, but I'm glad I caught that, because Schneider don't play about that. Because if you don't have any hours to drive and you're on line 5 and you slam into someone, guess what? You weren't supposed to be there anyway, because you didn't have any hours to drive. So I just wanted to put that out there, and, you know, that's my little 2 cents about it. You know, line 5, off-duty driving, don't even really worry about it. I mean, if you have hours to drive, you're already going to the house, just go on to the house. What's the off-duty driving for? Now, I know some guys do that to, you know, while they're on their 34 and use their truck as their personal convenience, whatever that term is, where you're using your truck as your personal vehicle. But if you got the hours to drive, use your regular clock. And if you're going to use your truck for your personal functions to handle or whatnot, I guess then it's acceptable. Then it's cool. But it gets so tricky in what you can do and you can't do. And oh, also that rest haven thing, that rest haven clause. No, rest haven, to my understanding, is when there is a natural disaster or inclement weather or something like that that forces you to drive over your time because of a situation like that. Burning out your hours every day, running your clock down to 0, and driving over your over your hours is not a rest haven. You know, you get caught up doing that, it's going to be a problem. But that goes without saying, but you'd be amazed at how many people try it. So I just wanted to shed the light on that, man. Schneider IC choice. Schneider, don't drive if you don't have no hours. And off-duty driving, be real careful with that. You know, just go ahead and be bobtail, no load, not go into a load, and have hours to drive. You'll be good. But with all that said, why not just drive your normal hours and just leave that alone? So it's my little 2 cents about it, man. Check me out.